please.
Okay, massive thank Mr. B, and then also we have Mr. 5 February who's still not memorizing the PPG Daljit reading. Yeah, it is the same with Miss Helena. Yeah? And then thank you to Mr. SB who lead us for doing the ice breaking. We are going to start our last session for making the first set of action planning. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd. The Honorable, our senior teacher here and a respected teacher, Mr. Spi, thank you for joining us for the last day of the first action planning. Yeah, and then the rest of the participant for the PPG Daljab 2022. Yeah, Alhamdulillah. Today we are going to have two different kind of the worksheet, yeah, that you are going to submit, because today it will be the time for you to upload your first set of document, right, everyone? Yeah.
Yes.
The first action plan. Yeah. What we are going to do, hopefully we are going to have the time to share all of your guys set of document. Yeah. I'm gonna pick the first, it will be from K13, and then second one, it will be from the Freedom to Learn curriculum. But there are several things that you guys really need to consider first. Yeah. Since today, here it will be the day that you have to upload your first action plan. Yeah. So it's mean you gotta consider making it making it based on what is it your school use, yeah, for the curriculum. Okay, and then we already have the agreement. If your school here using K13s, so you're going to create 5 documents. Yeah, starting with the lesson plan. That was the first document. Second one, it will be the learning material. Third one, it will be learning media. Fourth one, it will be the student worksheets. And then last one, it will be the assessment instrument. Okay, that will be for the school that's still using K13 curriculum. And then for the school that using Freedom to Learn curriculum, you guys need only to put one or to make one learning module. Yeah, consists of all the details of it. Yeah, and then second things that you guys need to consider, well, we are going to discuss about your worksheet that you guys already created. I want you guys to give all of your guys feedback. You guys gonna have the suggestion, opinion based on your friends' presentation after this one. Yeah, and then you're gonna make sure their presentation here based on what is it that we discussed earlier on the first day and then second day, deciding or planning the action plan for the first actions. Okay, and then the third one, you have to consider also if the first action plan that you guys gonna upload here consists of it is a problem-based learning or it is a project-based learning. Yeah, and then you're gonna put all the problem or the project-based learning based on the files, based on the document that you're going to upload. And then last one, since today we are going to have is all till 10:30 or 11 o'clock, yeah, so you guys will have a couple of hours, I guess, yeah, a couple of hours to revise if you guys gonna get the revision from the discussion that we're gonna do for today. Is that clear enough, guys? Hello, is that clear enough?
Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. And then now I would like to ask the agreement first here. Who will be the first to present their set of document from K13 curriculum, and then who will be the one from Freedom to Learn curriculum? Come on.
I am, sir.
Okay, Mr. B, you're from K13 curriculum, and then
Yeah.
who will be from the Freedom to Learn curriculum?
K13, sir.
Okay, and then who will be the one that's gonna present from Freedom to Learn curriculum, please? Please. Okay, we have how many students here that using Freedom to Learn curriculum? It is Miss Dasmi, Miss Ila, Miss Kartika, and Miss April. Come on, who will be the one representing?
Hello, excuse me, sir.
Yep.
Hello, I want to ask you.
Yeah, what is it?
The material that I chosen is conditional sentence. Conditional sentence is teach on the second grade.
And second grade using K13 or is Freedom to Learn?
K13. Is it possible for me to check into K13, sir?
Okay, in the beginning, you're mentioning you're going to use Freedom to Learn curriculum, and then now you switch it into K13 curriculum. Yeah, okay, that's okay. We have 3 options left for the Freedom to Learn curriculum then. We have Miss Ila, Miss April, and then Miss Kartika. Come on, since Miss Dusty already using the K13 curriculum. Come on.
Thank you, sir.
Come on. Miss Ila, Miss April, or Miss Kartika, which one gonna represent the Freedom to Learn curriculum? Come on, why no one? Will you please raise your hand? Okay.
I think still Korea, sir.
Okay. Okay, guys.
Bapak Ibu tampilkan saja.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Come on.
Just present.
Okay. I'm gonna choose since no one volunteered.
Okay, sir.
Okay, come on. Miss Kartika will represent the Freedom to Learn curriculum then. Now it's time for you, Mr. Bisawarno, to show us here your set of document. Make it sure here you're gonna come first when explaining your set of document. You're gonna mention, what is it? The main problems based on the previous tasks, based on the previous worksheets. And then after that one, you're gonna mention also the relevant solution that you took, okay? And then you're gonna show us your set of document. We have to make a connection, we have to link between the previous worksheet and then with your set of document. Come on, Mr. B, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, sir. Yeah, we are. I did it for the lesson plan. Okay, Mr. Sofyan and Mrs. Rusmi and my friends, they are the lesson plan for the subject of news item text.
Okay, Mr. B, wait a second. I told you before you're going to explain your set of document, go back, try to share it with us here, your previous 2 main problems that you're going to use. And then also with the relevant solution that you use. Come on, from the previous tasks. So we can see, okay, it is a relevant one. We have the connection between the previous worksheet with your set of document. Come on, Mr. B.
In the lesson plan, yes, sir.
Yeah, with the previous worksheet, please.
Sorry, this is the previous one. Yeah, this is the previous one, Mr. Sofyan. Is the lesson plan, the previous lesson plan is too long, Mr. Sofyan. yeah, about the action of the step of the learning, Mr. Sofyan. It's very long explanation, and it took too long to write and then to understand for the teachers, especially for me, to explain to the student in the class. And after I got the new one, it is quite simple. The lesson plan of new one. This is the last one. Yeah, this is the last one. I got it 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago from MGMP, sir. MGMP of English. So Jakarta JS1. Yeah, Jakarta Selatan 1. Because we discussed it when we had the meeting, and then we of all the teacher in South Jakarta 1, yeah, got this kind of very long explanation, yeah, for the step of the learning, yeah, from the first, yeah.
Okay, thank you, Mr. B. Just proceed to your set of document, the latest one. Come on. Okay, the new one that you're going to submit. Come on.
Okay, now the new one. This is the new one, Mr. Sofyan. I got it from you 2 days ago, yeah. And then there is only, yeah, basic competence, and then the indicator of the competence, and then the purpose of the learning. And then I got this, the step of the learning. Yeah, the preceding and the I use project-based learning, yeah, in this material to explain to my students in the class. And this is my media pembelajaran, learning media. Yeah, I take some vocabulary builders that the student will find in the text. Yeah, something difficult vocabularies. Maybe they have never heard before, or they have never read before. And this is the identification and the kind of text of the news item. I choose this one, Mr. Sofyan and my friends. And then there will be the definition of news item that I will explain to my student. Yeah, news item text is a text which inform readers about event of the days. Yeah, the events are considered newsworthy or important things. Yeah, this is the definition. And then the generic structure of the news item is main events or newsworthy events. It recounts the event in summary form, and then the elaboration or background events. Yeah, they elaborate what happened to whom and in what circumstance. And then the resource of information, it contains comments by participant, it witnesses to the authorities expert on the event. And then the purpose of the news item is, yeah, news item text is used to inform readers about events of the day, which are considered newsworthy or important. And then the language feature of news item is focusing on circumstances, using simple language in writing the text, and then using the saying verb or direct or indirect objects, direct or indirect speech. I mean, something like she said, informed, told, or reported. And then there will be use passive voice. Yeah, this is the example of the passive voice, and then there will be the name of the city where the event of the news take place, and then there will be past tense or present perfect tense and another tenses, and then short telegraphic information about the story captured in a headline, and then use adverb of time, place, and manner, and then use the material process to retell the event. And then I divide the news, according to the what happened, and in the day there are political news, social news, economic news, scientific news, sport news, disasters news, criminal news, and entertainment news. And then the goal of the learning from this text, the student can understand, can differ the social function of the text, and then the structure of the text, and then the linguistic features of the news item, both oral or written, to give to the people, by informating them about the event of the day in the daily life, in social life. And then the student can mention the structure of the text, and the linked features of the news item, and then they can identify the structures and the linked features of the news item of text, and then they I asked them to write down a simple and easy about news from their daily life, either in school, in their trip to go home or to go back to the school, and then in their neighborhood. Okay, this is I also give my student to watch in YouTube about the one simple news item, sir. And then the reflection, this is the one. After learning about news item text, I asked to the student following question to know how well they have learned. And then I use the reference. The student and the teacher got the guidance books from the dinas or from the government, English for 12th grade education, 2017. And then I choose the simple explanation from the YouTube, sir, from Nurul Latifah Irmawati, and this is the link of the YouTube, and this is the YouTube, the link of the news, kind of news in the YouTube. Thank you, sir. I need your suggestion for me, sir, and my friend. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. B. And then now I would like to ask here the first, Miss Dwi Dianasari. You're using K13, right? Please try to give a command, try to give a question or give a clarifications for the worksheet that I already created by Mr. B. Come on, Mr. Dwi, Miss Dwi.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sofian. Mr. B, can you scroll up?
Yep.
Ke bawah lagi, Mr. B.
You're still mute, Miss Dwi Dianasari.
Okay, Mr. Ke bawah, Mr. B juga ke bawah. Oke, up. Oke. di dalam kegiatan inti, Mr. B, Mr. B kan memakai pendekatan TIPEC ya di sini ya.
Yeah.
Lalu model itu modelnya PBL.
PBL.
Iya. Di dalam critical thinking. Critical thinking. Okay. Can you explain relation about di bagian literasi yang dihubungkan dengan pendekatan TIPEC?
Oke, sebentar. Bagian literasi. Wait a minute.
Tulisannya kecil.
Iya, sebentar, ada yang wait. Kekecilannya. Too small, Miss Dwi?
Clear, Mr. B. Mr. B kan Mr. B kan pakai pouch-nya itu kan TIPEC ya. Nah, yang saya mau tanyakan, bisa jelasin di dalam critical thinking itu yang mengandung TIPEC-nya itu ada nggak gitu?
Oke. TIPEC, the student find
kurang jelas, Mr. B. Suaranya nggak jelas.
Okay. In TIPEC, the student find the difficult word, difficult vocabularies that they find in the text, because news item is a kind of advanced text, not like descriptive or recount text, because the news item text written by the reporter or editor. So of course they have to read carefully, and they find the kind of new vocabs, and then they have to write down the vocab, and then they have to translate into Indonesian to understand more.
Okay, Mr. B. Mr. B, in purpose learning, can you scroll up? Okay. Can you show me which is the hot show the proposed learning material hot, which is
From the
can you explain purpose
Okay.
learning one by one, identification itu masuknya ke apa gitu ya, C berapa gitu kan.
Okay.
Seperti itu. And untuk hostnya itu ada nggak di tujuan pembelajaran?
Okay, yeah. In identification of the news item text, yeah, the student will find, for example, some of the student in my class, and it is real, do not understand about the passive voice text, and then passive voice sentence, and then they don't understand too, yeah, about direct and indirect speech. And when I give them the questions or the essays from the text, I give them the question that they have to find the similar meaning from the one sentence. For example, I give in the Okay, wait a minute. Okay, okay, I will share one of these. For example, from this one. Okay, this one. From the text of news about flood hit Jayapura as city gets environmental award, yeah, there is a question: what is the contradictive in the news we can get? So the student must take a very hard concern about the text that explained in the news item. Yeah, you may take a look. Ya, Jayapura mendapatkan hadiah sebagai kota dengan penataan yang terbaik, salah satunya. Tetapi dia baru saja terkena dampak bencana banjir. Nah, jadi dari judul tersebut anak-anak sudah bisa mendapatkan sebuah kontradiktif. Kok kotanya mendapatkan piala tapi dia terkena dampak banjir. Nah, ini sini. Ya. The kontradiktifnya adalah, nah ini yang saya sebutkan yang tadi Miss Herina tanyakan, hostnya ada di pertanyaan itu.
Miss Dwi bukan Miss Herlina.
Oh sorry Miss Dwi, sorry.
Oke. Mr. B, saya lihat Mr. B itu ada untuk assessment to the student, tapi tidak ada rubrik penilaiannya ya?
Di yang bagian ini yang saya share barusan belum, tapi ada penilaiannya, ada di yang satu lagi.
Ya. Lalu untuk penilaian sikapnya juga belum ada, gitu kan? Ini kan problem based learning biasanya kan ada PPK itu loh, yang religi seperti itu.
Nah, itu yang kemarin Bu Rusmi katakan, yang penilaian religi dan sikap itu kan yang saya tahu di-tackle sama guru BK, Bu Dwi. Tidak
ditunjukkan di ininya ya, di lesson plan-nya ya? PPK-nya itu.
Sudah tidak ada dari waktu kita rapat MGMP itu ketuanya juga menyampaikan kalau rubrik penilaian yang sikap itu
tidak dilampirkan. Itu tidak dilampirkan di lesson plan-nya gitu.
Betul.
Oke, I think enough. Thank you, Mr. B. Your explanation. Thank you, Mr. Sofyan. Members, that's all.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Dwi Diana Sari. Okay, I'm gonna give only one chance to the student to give a response. Now let's try to talk about your set of document. Mr. B, let's start with your lesson plan. Try to show us your lesson plan, please. Which one?
Okay. This is Mr. Sofyan.
Okay. start with the lesson plan? Okay, there we go. Your lesson plan here. Your topic, it will be about news item text. Yeah, next, please. Next.
The text of the news, sir?
Yeah, news item. Yeah. Wait a second. Why did you have to make it so quick? Yeah. Okay, second page of your lesson plan, please. Second page. Okay.
Second.
Yeah.
This is a...
Okay. Okay, this one. Let me repeat my question. If I'm not mistaken, yesterday you were mentioning you're going to use a problem-based learning, right, Mr. B?
Right. That's right.
And then here you're mentioning it is a project-based learning. So which one that you really use?
I mistaken in writing, sir.
Okay, so it is not a project-based, but it is a problem-based. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, and the next one you're mentioning about the TPACK thing that you use for this lesson plan. The TPACK thing here is the technological, pedagogy, and advanced knowledge. Yeah, talking about TPACK, you're gonna use any kind of internet things, any kind of applications that gonna consist on your content of the learning materials. That will be the TPACK integration in our lesson plan. And then here you're not mentioning it yet, I guess. And then for the tools, for the what is it? The media. Okay, this critical thinking, literacy, and collaboration. Okay, talking about this one, it is already on the higher order thinking skill or no?
Yes.
Mr. B?
Yes, of course.
Okay, yes, of course. Thank you. And the next one you're mentioning, it is YouTube video, and then social media, and then Google Form. Okay, and then the smartphone. Next, please. Scroll down. Okay, there we go. And then you have the, it is really based on your school policy. How long it will be the duration for 1 hour of meeting for the lesson, Mr. B?
45 minutes for 1 hour, yes.
Okay.
So there will be 90 minutes, yeah.
Okay, so in total, you got 90 minutes or no?
90 minutes.
It is already 90 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, it is 15 minutes, and then, come on. And then?
10, 75, 85 minutes, yeah.
Okay, so it is not 90 minutes then. Yeah? Okay, you're gonna revise that one. Okay, next, please, next. That was your lesson plan. I guess for the lesson plan, you guys may create any kind, any types. A single page, 2 page, 3 page, or 20 page of lesson plan, that should be okay. As long as it is relevant with your guys' previous problem, with your guys' previous alternative solution that you chose. Yeah, solve the problem. Okay, now the second one, please. Second one. Okay, okay, scroll up, please scroll up. This will be the learning media. Yeah. Look at this one, your learning media, that's okay. You're going to use a YouTube video, yeah? But look at this one. When you try to put it this way, I guess based on the aesthetic thing, do you understand aesthetic thing? Look at this one, how that we can read all the details of it, yeah? I try to put a certain YouTube video link over there, but it is not clear enough. Maybe you can try to arrange till we can see all the details that you put on it, the list of it. Okay? Do you understand my point here, Mr. B? Okay? Okay, scroll down, please. For the learning media, scroll down. Okay, there we go. You're mentioning Manchester United midfielder Paul Pogba breaks silence and is read against Arsenal. So when was this news happen, Mr. B?
2020, sir.
2020. And then what year that we are now? It is still on 2020?
2022.
Yeah.
2020.
So try to find the most relevant kind of news. Yeah.
The up-to-date, yes, sir.
Yeah, the relevant kind of news that's still related, yeah, with what happened today, what happened in 2020, that should be better. If you're still using this 2020, that will be for the student, yeah, for their 2020s then, not for the 2022 students. Okay, next, come on. Next, please. So first, you got a good point with you. You're trying to use the, what is it? The most popular kind of sport, yeah, the football thing. Okay, next, then the definition of news item. Okay, next. Next, please. Okay, general structure, news item. Okay, next. Next. Okay, next. Okay, next, please. Scroll. Okay. Come on, next. Okay, it's still the learning material, right? Learning material or your learning media?
Learning material by media, sir. Because the student watch on YouTube, sir.
Okay, next, come on. Scroll up. There we go, the reflections. Okay, down, please. Scroll down. Come on.
Down.
Yeah. There we go. That's all that you got here. So which one is your student worksheet? Which one is the what is it? Well, which one is the assessment instrument? The assessment instrument that you created?
Okay, this is
Okay, I guess from the previous example that I gave you guys, you should make it in one file. Yeah, consists of all of the detail. Yeah, type set of documents starting with the lesson plan till the assessment instrument. So that will be easy for you guys to explain it while showing you guys set of document. First set of document.
This is the student's assessment.
Which one? You are still showing us the reference here. Come on.
Sorry, sir. This is
okay, it's still loading, I guess. There we go. Okay, news item. Okay, going to play war radical analogy. Okay, it will be the same also. When that you academic community war radical ideology. Okay, when was the news here that you read it, Mr. B?
Sorry, sir?
Okay, when did you got this news? It is really from 2022 or it is?
Not sir. It is 2019, sir.
2019. Yeah, so it is 3 years ago news that you used. Yeah, yep. So you gotta revise this one, trying to find the most relevant one. Yeah. Okay, next, come on.
I got the many kind of news for this.
Okay, look at that one, Mandalika Economic Zone. I guess that's not a relevant kind of news. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you. So you have your student worksheet. Now let's try to have a look at your assessment instrument. Do you have it with you or no?
Not yet, sir.
Not yet. Okay, so you better work on your assessment instrument. That. Okay, Mr. B, there are several things that you really need to revise for your first set of document. First of all, I already mentioned it. You gotta use, it is a project or it is a problem-based kind of learning, teaching and learning that you're going to use. Yeah, and then second one, T-PEP-ting, it's mean you try to use a part of technology while teaching your student. Yeah, it will be in the form of the use of the apps, product of technology, or anything in delivering the content of your learning material. And then next may concern also when I saw your lesson plan and at least of your detail for the set of document, I can't find any fun kind of learning. So which one, the fun kind of learning that you're gonna provide for the students? Yeah, so you have to explain that one on your set of document. And the next one also, it is not only fun kind of learning, but it should be meaningful kind of learning. Yeah, why? It is your set of document. It is a meaningful kind of learning, meaningful kind of experience for the students. And the next one, what will be the strength? Yeah, what will be the strength of your first set of document? So what is it that you can call this an innovative one? This gonna make the student, gonna attract them to learn, and then it will be the best kind of experience for them to join your lesson. Yeah, and then next, it will be from the content of your learning material, the media that you're going to use. You're gonna make it more relevant. Yeah, if it is the news item, so you better try to pick a news from 2022. Yeah, because we are now in 2022. It is not relevant if we are taking the news from 2017, 2019, or even from 2020. Yeah, make it more relevant. And then after that one, you should ask yourself here, your first set of document, you're gonna get a good score or no based on what you did. Yeah, because based on the feedback from Ms. Dwi and then based on what is so from your explanation, you're gonna revise it. You have more revision to do. Yeah, you're gonna make sure here you have your best kind of set of document. Thank you, Mr. B. That will be my suggestion for you. And then everyone, let's give applause for Mr. B and then also Ms. Dwi Dianasari. Mr. Rusmi, you're going to have your chance after my turn. Yeah, it will be the session for you. Next, let's go with Miss Kartika Ramadhani. Please, Miss Kartika Ramadhani, time is yours, please.
Okay, sir. Thank you for the time that you give to me. So today I would like to present about my work, but this is an incomplete one because I'm still brainstorm about the activity, the second activity, I mean, sir. So what I have done is the first one. So I want start with the tujuan pembelajaran, maybe, sir. Can I? Okay. In bahasa, maybe, ya, sir. Oke, thank you. Oke, dalam pembelajaran kali ini yang jadi fokus saya di pertemuan pertama adalah tentang vocabulary. Jadi nanti materinya tentang descriptive text, lalu nanti materinya temanya tentang hewan. Nah, ini adalah tujuan pembelajaran yang saya ingin capai dalam 2 pertemuan, dalam 1 modul. There are 5. Wait a minute. Sorry, sir, in front of me is my students. Oke, saya lanjut. Yang pertama adalah di sini peserta didik mampu memahami fungsi sosial, struktur teks, unsur kebahasaan terkait dengan memberi dan meminta informasi, sifat orang, binatang, benda yang ada di sekitarnya. And then the second one, memiliki kemampuan kosakata karena ini tujuan utama saya untuk meningkatkan kosakata dari siswa dengan karakter fisik dari hewan. Jadi ini nanti karakter fisiknya yang akan yang akan dianalisis. Terus yang ketiga, ini pengetahuan tentang has dan have. Yang keempat, mengimplementasikan tadi kosakata yang baru ke dalam satu kalimat menulis ya, nanti menulis kalimat sederhana tentang deskriptif karena ini masih kelas 7. Terus yang kelima yang terakhir ini mengungkapkan, nanti mungkin saya berpikir nanti akan mempresentasikan informasi tentang hewan yang sudah mereka deskriptifkan. Nah, karena di dalam kurikulum Merdeka ini kan ada pemantik pertanyaan. Nah, ini saya sudah mendesain beberapa pertanyaan yang berhubungan dengan materi ini. Lalu yang ketiga ada students prior knowledge. Nah, sebelumnya ini ada kayak kemampuan prasyarat sebelum siswa bisa menguasai materi ini itu apa. Pertama yang harus mereka kuasai adalah pengetahuan tentang hewan itu sendiri. Yang kedua, kosakata bahasa Inggris terkait hewan tersebut. Mungkin beberapa dari mereka walaupun tidak komplit, tapi paling tidak mereka bisa menyebutkan hal-hal apa saja yang ada dalam hewan tersebut. Lalu yang ketiga ada penggunaan has dan have. Ini nanti sebelumnya udah diajarin, jadi mereka harus sudah tahu dulu bagaimana penggunaan has dan have di dalam hewan gitu maksudnya. Nah, yang terakhir ini yang paling baru, yaitu keterampilan menggunakan teknologi. Yang saya gunakan media di sini adalah augmented reality, gambar. Gambarnya nanti berupa flashcard, nanti akan saya sebutkan juga di sini. Nah, ini ada kata kuncinya yang saya gunakan, yaitu descriptive of animal, the first one, and the second is description of animal in a content, maksudnya konten itu di dalam kartunya ya nanti. Yang ketiga ini mengidentifikasi, menjelaskan, menganalisa, dan menguraikan tentang materi tersebut. Dan yang terakhir berupa lisan dan tulisan. Untuk sarana dan prasarana seperti biasa yang dibutuhkan itu ada media dan alatnya ya, yaitu laptop, komputer, tapi saya menggunakan laptop. Lalu nanti ada LCD, mungkin nanti akan saya putarkan juga video, ada audionya juga, handphone, yaitu terutama handphone, flashcard nanti yang bisa di-scan melalui aplikasi Octagon Animal 4D, Google Form nanti buat assessment-nya, terus jaringan internet dan loudspeaker. Untuk catatan tambahannya, ya saya nanti akan di awal mempersiapkan semua media pembelajaran sebelum kelas dimulai, terus instruksinya nanti diberikan secara lisan dan tulis dengan kalimat sederhana. Untuk asesmennya pertama asesmen individu, lalu kedua nanti akan dibagi asesmen kelompok. Jenis asesmennya nanti performa dan tertulis. Untuk kegiatan pembelajarannya nanti dibagi dulu individu, baru nanti kelompok sekitar anggotanya 5-6 siswa dibagi menjadi 5, kalau nggak salah 5 kelompok. Nah, metode yang digunakan nanti ada diskusi, presentasi. Saya menggunakan problem-based learning, demonstrasi nanti kan menunjukkan ya bagaimana cara menggunakan si augmented reality ini di dalam kelas. Lalu nanti ada discovery learning juga, masih ya, karena kalau menurut saya problem-based sama discovery learning ini hampir-hampir mirip gitu, cuman nanti dibahas di di kegiatannya nanti akan dibahas. Untuk materi pembelajaran, materi ajar dan alat bahan, ini nanti mengenal dan mengidentifikasi dan mengeritik, ini yang pertama. Lalu struktur teksnya nanti identifikasi dari hewan tersebut dan mendeskripsikannya. Terus unsur kebahasaan, kosakata dan istilah yang terkait dengan karakteristik dari hewan. Lalu nanti akan belajar juga nominasi singular dan plural secara tepat dengan menggunakan the, this, those, my, their, itu contohnya ya. Dan juga ucapan, tekanan kata, intonasi, ejaan, tanda baca, dan tulisan tangan. Lalu yang B, ini nanti description of animal in content menggunakan si flashcard-nya itu. Masih sama, fungsi unsur kebahasaannya, dan ini sumber belajarnya, pertama buku cetak kelas 7, terus nanti ada video. Yang ketiga nanti ada game, word wall sebelum nanti mulai, karena ini juga baru di kelas saya, jadi baru banget menggunakan word wall, dan saya baru tahu, jadi saya mau mencoba nanti melakukannya di kelas. Tuh, ini juga alat-alat yang dibutuhkan, ya tadi saya udah menyebutkan di awal, ada handphone, aplikasi CAR itu sendiri, yaitu Octagon Animal 4D, speaker, LCD, laptop, and flashcard itself. Jadi nanti si flashcardnya di-scan dari handphone anak-anak itu. Nah, ini contoh videonya yang nanti mungkin akan saya tayangkan. Lalu yang ini adalah contoh kartunya, Sir. and my friends. Ini nanti yang akan mereka scan di handphone mereka. Nanti gambarnya nanti akan muncul dalam 4D gitu. Nah, ini yang pertemuan pertama yang saya akan ajarkan di kelas, yaitu fungsi sosialnya mengenal, mengidentifikasi, dan mengkritik. Oh ya, sebelumnya sorry saya belum kasih tahu kelasnya, yaitu kelas 7. Ya, spesifikasinya kelas 7-10, waktunya sendiri 2 kali 40 menit. Terus materinya teks lisan dan deskripsi. Fungsi sosialnya mengenalkan hewan itu sendiri, mengidentifikasi dan mengkritik. Struktur teks, identifikasi dan deskripsi. Unsur bahasanya, kosakata, istilah yang terkait dengan karakteristik dari hewan. Lalu yang kedua, nominal singular dan plural secara tepat. Yang ketiga, nanti ucapan, tekanan, kata, intonasi, ejaan, tanda baca, dan tulisan tangan. Nah, ini yang untuk kegiatan awalnya nanti saya akan mempersiapkan siswa seperti biasa. Nanti guru mengelompokkan secara berpasangan dulu. Pertama, dari kelompok yang kecil, menjelaskan tentang kegiatan yang akan dilakukan. Nah, terus saya akan membagikan link game Word Wall. Kenapa saya di awal langsung main game? Karena ini sebagai mempermudah saya untuk menarik si problem base-nya itu sendiri. Karena saya udah mempersempit jawabannya, nanti problemnya itu saya angkat dari hewan yang terancam punah. Jadi nanti di situ problem base-nya. Nanti saya akan tanyakan yang terkait dengan hewan yang sudah terancam punah tersebut. Nah, terus guru meminta siswa untuk mengingat jawaban dari games tersebut. Nah, terus nanti saya tanya dengan pertanyaan pemantik. What animals are described in that game gitu. Nanti mereka bakal jawab tuh satu-satu. Nah, setelah itu what do you think about those animal? Nanti dikerucutin lagi. Misalnya nanti mungkin ada yang jawab, oh itu hewannya adalah hewan yang dilindungi atau hewan yang terancam punah. Nah, dari situ nanti saya baru mengerucutkan materi, yaitu hari ini kita akan belajar mendeskripsikan hewan-hewan yang sudah terancam punah. Nah, gitu maksudnya di kegiatan awal. Lalu di kegiatan inti, nanti setelah tadi berpasangan, baru saya membuat kelompok yang besar. Dikelompokkan menjadi 5 kelompok, terdiri atau tadi salah ketik, sekitar 6-7 siswa, karena siswa saya lumayan banyak, ada 35 siswa. Jadi saya bagi 5. Kebetulan di stok kartu itu saya pilih juga ada kurang lebih ada 25 atau 26 sesuai dengan abjad. Nanti saya pilih satu kelompok itu nanti mendapatkan 2 kartu yang harus dideskripsikan. Tapi hewannya yang masih berhubungan dengan hewan yang dilindungi, hewan yang terancam punah gitu. Nah, terus setelah itu nanti udah membagi dalam kelompok, saya menjelaskan dulu tentang media augmented reality itu apa dan langkah-langkah pembelajarannya kepada siswa menggunakan aplikasi tersebut. Nah, terus saya mendorong setiap kelompok untuk mengumpulkan data dan informasi dengan memberikan beberapa pertanyaan. Why are they going to exit? Kenapa sih mereka mau punah gitu? Nanti mereka coba selesaikan itu bersama dengan teman kelompoknya. Lalu, what are the physical characteristic of those animal that make them special? Apa yang membuat karakteristik dari hewan-hewan tersebut menjadi spesial, terus sehingga misalnya diburu gitu. Maksudnya saya seperti itu. Terus yang kelima, guru membagikan flashcard tentang endangered animals. Nanti tiap-tiap kelompok tersebut akan pindai pada aplikasi si Octagon Animal 4D yang sudah terinstall pada handphone siswa. Tiap kelompok mendapatkan 2 kartu untuk dideskripsikan. Tiap-tiap kelompok mengamati hewan, ciri nama hewannya ditulis, ciri fisiknya, suaranya bagaimana, terus apa yang hewan tersebut makan dan di mana habitat mereka. Ini contohnya kalau misalnya nanti udah di-scan seperti ini, nanti kayak gambarnya tuh muncul gitu. Lalu yang ke-7, nanti tiap-tiap kelompok melakukan diskusi bersama anggota kelompoknya sambil mengamati gambar tersebut. Mereka dapat memutar hewan tersebut sampai posisi 360 derajat. Jadi nanti dia bisa melihat detailnya itu sambil diputar gitu ya, maksud tadi route. After that, tiap-tiap kelompok mencatat informasi pentingnya tadi, nama hewan, ciri fisik, suara, apa yang mereka makan, dan habitat mereka ke dalam bahasa Inggris terkait gambar hewan yang mereka amati. Ini masuk ke vocabulary exploration-nya. Terus yang ke-9, tiap-tiap kelompok mengaitkan unsur informasi penting tersebut ke dalam unsur bahasa. Nanti dari kata menjadi sebuah kalimat, misalnya Elpen has gray color, misalnya gitu. Nanti yang lainnya juga sama word-word yang udah mereka dapatkan itu nanti dijadikan kalimat yang utuh. Lalu ini juga dikaitin sama noun or has have ya, masih sama tadi yang saya jelaskan. Yang ke-10, siswa diperkenankan, ini saya juga karena masih kelas 7, mereka diperkenankan menggunakan Google Translate dan buku kamus untuk mempermudah mereka dalam mendata informasi penting pada gambar yang mereka amati. Yang ke-11, tiap-tiap kelompok memindahkan jawaban mereka ke dalam format Google Form. Jadi nanti udah nggak pakai kertas lagi, jadi saya langsung pakai Google Form aja. Mereka nanti tiap-tiap kelompok silakan menjawab pertanyaan, menyalin jawaban mereka ke dalam Google Form. Lalu ini udah terakhir ya, kegiatan terakhir di kegiatan inti, lalu ada kegiatan penutup sekitar 20 menit, yaitu melakukan refleksi pembelajaran dan memberikan tugas mencari dan membaca beberapa teks deskriptif yang berkaitan dengan endangered animals, lalu menyampaikan agenda pertemuan berikutnya. Nah, untuk penilaiannya sendiri, karena pakai Google Form, saya nanti penskorannya, instrumennya dilakukan dengan memberikan 2 skor jika siswa menuliskan jawaban yang lengkap. Maksudnya yang lengkap di sini tidak hanya word-nya aja, tapi dihubungkan dengan subjek atau dengan si has, have gitu ya, maksudnya gitu. Terus nanti yang gimana kalau misalnya nanti hanya menyebutkan word-nya aja tetap dapat nilai, tapi nilainya 1 item 1 poin gitu. Terus yang nggak jawab dapat skornya 0. Untuk bahan ajarnya sendiri ini tadi games di awal, terus nanti si kartunya yang tadi udah di-scan sama Google Form. Untuk kegiatan refleksi nanti ada pertanyaan di akhir, apa yang telah kamu pelajari dari pembelajaran hari ini, yaitu tentang apa gitu. Terus nanti yang kedua, bisakah kamu, nanti saya tanya apakah ada kesulitan dengan bertanya, bisakah kamu melakukan semua latihan yang kita lakukan hari ini? Jika enggak, apa yang kamu lakukan untuk mengatasi masalah tersebut? Jika kamu bisa, apa rencana kamu untuk meningkatkan kompetensi bahasa Inggris kamu? Terus ada program remedial juga, karena KKM masih 74, nanti yang kelompok remedial yang nilainya kecil nanti disuruh untuk membaca beberapa teks deskriptif dalam bahasa Inggris, tapi sederhana aja teksnya yang terkait dengan endangered animals yang ada di Indonesia ya, yang ada di Indonesia selama 1 hari. Setelah itu di pertemuan selanjutnya ditanya word vocabulary apa yang didapat dari teks tersebut, itu yang remedial. Tapi yang siswa yang nilainya lebih dari 74 nih, karena saya masih ragu juga, sorry, jadi makanya saya mark kuning. Itu nanti saya suruh tetap cari tentang hewan yang terancam punah yang ada di Indonesia, kemudian dipublikasiin, ditempel di mading kelas. I think that's all, sir, from me. Thank you. This is just for the first meeting.
That's all, Miss Kartika?
Yes, sir. Yes, ya. Yeah. Sorry, sir, karena kondisi saya kesehatan saya agak ngedrop semalam, jadi saya cuma menyelesaikan baru 1 pertemuan saja. Harusnya kan 2 dari modul.
Okay, all good. You still have time to make it a complete one, yeah?
Thank you, sir.
Let's try to have a look at your file, please. Starting with the first one. Go with the first, please. Hello? Okay, there we go. Starting with the general information, I guess you already brought the complete one, yeah. Starting with the name of the school, the general information, the identity of the school, I guess that's okay. And then next one, the learning objective, okay. And then next, please. Next, scroll down, please. Okay. You have the keywords with you. Okay, next, come on. The tools that you use. Okay. Next, please. Okay. Okay, next. Come on, next. Okay, the learning resources, the tools that you need. Next, please. Next. Okay, and then this is the meeting. Okay, scroll down, please. Next. Okay, next. Okay, next. Okay, till the last slide of yours, please. Okay, and then you may close your learning module, please. I'm going to give you the feedback directly. I'm not going to ask the other participant because after this one is Allah Mr. Rusmi going to lead you guys. Okay, Miss Kartika Ramadhani, based on your learning module here, there are several things that you really need to revise. First of all, the learning module, it should be, what is it? It should be a creative one. It should be an interesting one. Yeah, it should be an innovative one. Looking at your learning module, it is still like, okay, it is a learning module, but still you have to revise it. You need more, what is it? You need more details on your learning module. For the learning material, what will be the form of your learning material? For the learning media, what will be the form of the learning media that you are going to use? Yeah, and then it is still the same with the previous suggestion that I gave to Mr. B. Yeah, I told him that you're gonna consider your, what is it, set of document, first set of document here, it should be matched with what the student needs, what the student want with their learning style, and then blah, 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 blah. Yeah, and then it will be the same with this learning module. Yeah, Miss Kartika Ramadhani. And then next one based on your learning module here, it seems like you need to give the overview of what is it that you're going to use. It is augmented or it is a virtual one. Try to explain it in detail. Yeah. So the use of the augmented or the use of the, what is it? The use of the virtual reality. And then that one, you're going to consider also, what is it? The tools, yeah, the tools that gonna integrate with the T-Pacting, yeah, and then after that one, you need to consider also what is it, the point that you are going to make when the students, what is it, Ms. Kartika? When the student gonna learn first about the content that you're going to deliver to them. So you need to put the reading, what is it? The list of the reading resources for them. So the student, they're gonna learn first, they're gonna read it first. That's the characteristic of the learning model, right? And then it is not only for the students, but you're gonna create also the, what is it? The reading list, yeah, that the teacher can use. And then that one, you could put also the glossarium a bit, yeah. And then also the, what is it? And then the latest reference that you're gonna use for your learning module.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Miss Kartika Ramadhani?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that will be my suggestion, I guess. And let's give a round of applause, everyone, for Miss Kartika Ramadhani for showing us learning module. And then it is not a complete one. You're gonna revise it. Thank you. And then after this one, Miss Rusmi gonna lead you guys for the next session. Miss Rusmi, time is yours. Come on.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Sofyan. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Yeah, okay. Bapak Ibu, let's we have about still presentation ya Bapak Ibu ya, masih presentasi because I want to